Good morning from Rome. Today we're going to explore the Trastevere neighborhood.
We're going to hit up some churches, eat some delicious food, and just explore this charming neighborhood. If you've seen anything about Trastevere online, you know that it's filled with beautiful alleys, vine-covered buildings, and just a whole ton of charm. So let's get out and explore.
They say all roads lead to Rome, but the best roads lead you across the Tiber. Today we're stepping away from the crowded monuments and into the heart of Trastevere. We're spending the day getting lost in the ivy-covered backstreets, visiting ancient churches like Santa Maria dell'Orto, and hiking up Janiculum Hill for incredible views. We're also diving into the local food scene at Trapizzino and enjoying some of the best pasta we've had all trip at Tonnarello. It's a perfect day in Trastevere. Let's go explore.
Our first stop is the Basilica di Santa Maria in Trastevere. It is one of Rome's oldest churches and was designated as a basilica in the 4th century. That's pretty old. It's also possibly the first church in Rome to be dedicated to the Virgin Mary. Also, the facade is covered in stones, many of which were catacomb burial niches. That's pretty unique. Let's go check out the inside.
The Basilica of Santa Maria in Trastevere is often credited with being the first official place of Christian worship in Rome, with the foundation dating back to the 3rd century. Stepping inside, you're hit with incredible art and decorations added throughout the centuries. The granite columns lining the nave were scavenged from the ancient Roman baths of Caracalla, and the glittering mosaics date back to the 12th century and are some of the best examples of Byzantine art in all of Italy.
The church was super cool to explore. It was insanely beautiful inside. There were also a lot of people doing artwork of the ceiling inside. But now we are going to our next stop, and it's a bit of a hike. Let's go.
It is so magical here. We're just exploring. These are just random streets. It is stunning. We highly recommend walking around the Trastevere neighborhood.
Let's hope we don't run into too many of these stairs.
There were more stairs.
We've made our way up to the Fontana dell'Acqua Paolo. It's like Trastevere's own Trevi Fountain. It is beautiful and much, much less busy than the actual Trevi Fountain. Although, as you can see behind me, it's got traffic passing by and quite a few photo shoots going on. It also has a stunning, stunning view overlooking Rome.
The Fontana dell'Acqua Paola is also known as Il Fontanone, or the Big Fountain, and was built in the early 1600s to mark the end of the Acqua Paola aqueduct that helped bring water to the neighborhood. This fountain also served as the inspiration for the Trevi Fountain, so you might notice a few similarities. If you want beautiful fountain views without the chaos or the crowds, this is the place to be.
We had so much fun at this fountain, taking photos and really enjoying the scenery. It is a great place to be. We have really worked up an appetite, so we're gonna go find some lunch. We've come to Trapizzino for lunch, and I've got the play wine special. Gonna try some 3 wines with lunch. That's a nice one. We've ordered some Trapizzino and supli. Our food has arrived, and we basically got the specials of the day. I've got the coda alla vicinara right here. This looks really good. It's like oxtail stew, a Roman specialty. And then we've also got stracciatella e zucchine suke. I can't read the writing on the board. It's a little tiny. But it's basically cheese and zucchini. It looks amazing. So let's give this a try. Oh my goodness. That is so good. It's so rich, so meaty, so, oh, just delicious. I am just the happiest person right now. If you're wondering what a trapizzino is, it's basically a pizza pocket that's been filled with a bunch of sauces, meat. It's really good.
We also got some supli, which look delicious and they smell delicious. We got one with asparagus and cheese and it looks amazing. Wow. So good, so crispy on the outside, delicious risotto on the inside. Oh my gosh, perfect flavor.
We just finished up lunch at Trapizzino and it was incredible. We actually got another round of Trapizzino because they were so stinking good. It was an incredible stop for lunch and we even got a bottle of wine to take home with us. Trastevere is filled with so many awesome shops. We definitely did a little damage at one of the local art shops. So we've come to Fior di Luna and we've gotten gelato. I've got the mandarin and melone and it looks really good. And it is really good. The mandarin is super fresh, very citrusy, and the melon is like taking a bite out of cantaloupe. It is delicious.
And I got pistachio and crema. That's really good pistachio. Very salty. Very good crema. A little lemony too. Very delicious. After that amazing lunch and gelato, we're gonna head to one more church. Well, we have very much gotten away from the crowds. It doesn't seem like anyone is over here, but we're gonna check out the Church of Santa Maria dell'Orto. Let's go see the inside.
Don't let the plain exterior fool you. This church is incredible. Stepping inside is like stepping into a jewelry box. The Church of Santa Maria dell'Orto was built over 500 years ago in an area that was once a series of vegetable gardens. Several trade guilds used to call this church home, including fruit sellers, cheesemakers, and millers.
Well, we were right. We definitely got off the beaten path. We were the only ones in that church for a very long time. And it was stunning.
Yeah, it was a real shocker.
Just filled with incredible Baroque details and Renaissance paintings. Truly a hidden gem for sure, and absolutely worth the detour if you're in Trastevere. All right, next up we've made our way over to Basilica di Santa Cecilia in Trastevere. This church promises to be really pretty. Let's go check it out.
The Church of Santa Cecilia in Trastevere dates back to the early 800s. There's beautiful artwork inside and even some excavated ruins below the church. It would have been really cool to explore more in depth, but now we have a reason to go back.
Well, we just wrapped up in the Basilica. It is beautiful in there, but we really didn't get a chance to explore.
Yeah, surprisingly, there was a wedding going on.
On a Friday afternoon. I guess that's a great time to have a wedding. It's also a good time to have a funeral.
Oh gosh.
We ran into a wedding and a funeral. Full life cycle right there.
Yep.
It's been a crazy day. The church is stunning. I would love to go back and explore more, but right now I think we're getting a little hungry. We've made our way to Tonnarello for dinner. We have to wait in line, but we will be seated shortly. And the line actually is moving very quickly. They have a lot of places to seat people.
Well, we got our drinks and our starters. We got some supli, like we got earlier, but they're little mini versions. Wow. Nice cheese pull. This is the amatriciana flavor. It's like a red-based sauce. Not very spicy, but it's got some nice cheese in there. Very tasty. Good way to start the meal. We also got some focaccia. Very good rosemary flavor. And to finish it off, some wine. This is gonna be a great meal.
Our food came and I got the amatriciana. It's tomato sauce, guanciale, pecorino, and pepper, and it looks fantastic. Let's give it a try. Here we go. That is so good. It's got a little bit of a bite to the pasta, perfectly done, not overdone. The sauce is there, but it's not overwhelming the pasta. This is a very good pasta. You absolutely have to try it if you come to Rome.
And I got the cacio e pepe. It's pecorino and pepper. Looks very good. Let's give it a try. Perfectly cooked pasta. Nice and creamy. Nice peppery taste. I'm very much a big fan of pepper. This is so good. Dinner at Tonnarello was amazing. The supli was amazing.
It was so good. The food was fantastic. And we are stuffed and so tired. So we are going to call it a night and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you've seen anything about Trastevere, you know that it's going to be charming.
Ha!
Go.
Hold on a second. Okay, whatever. Great, we got a whole group coming towards us. We don't know what the things are called, do we?
We've made our way up to the Fontana dell'Acqua. We've made our way up to the Fontana dell'Acqua. I almost did it again.
What are you doing?
Filming you. Oh my gosh, we just finished up at, I guess you could say it if you wanted to.
What?
The name of the church.
I don't know what it is. But we are going to check out the Church of Santa Maria dell'Orto. Dell'Orte?
Orte?
But we are going to
Orto?
Oh yeah.
What is this, Santa Maria Cecilia? Well, we just wrapped up in Basilica di...
So it's just like pecorino and pepper, right?
Pecorino and pepper.
Yeah. I'm a very
Big fan of pepper.
I'm very much a big fan of pepper.
It was so good. It was so warm. Warm, what a stupid thing
Warm.
to say. The cheese was so stringy, which is really fun.